Viewers, the ongoing war in the Middle East has the world reeling with shortages, primarily oil and gas, due to closure of the Gulf of Hormuz. India is scrambling to avert a full-scale crisis, especially to insulate 33 crore domestic users. The government in India is working to secure the country's energy needs, using diplomatic channels to create a safe passage for ships. That's something that's happening to just bring fuels in India. But politics seeks opportunity even if it's an adversity faced by our country. Even if the adversity is not our creation. To gain an edge, netas are putting politics before the country. Let me bring you one example tonight. Pawan Khera, the highly visible spokesperson of the Congress party, in a post on X went on to accuse the BJP government of exaggerating a policy win after two Indian-flagged LPG tankers crossed the Strait of Hormuz. Now, he has claimed the vessels Shivalik and Nanda Devi were not delivering fuel for India, but were actually bound for Jackson's United States of America. He pointed out that ships had sailed out of Qatar under Indian flags. He asked some tough questions like, does the crossing of these ships help India? Does it ease the situation for Indian consumers? Then he claimed yet a failed government is parading the crossing as victory. The question is why? What was the need then later to delete this post, the post that you can see on your screens right now? And let me tell you why it was deleted. Because it was a fake news. What he claimed was incorrect. He is the spokesperson of the Congress party, the principal opposition party in the country, and he put out wrong information. Was it political compulsion to just target the center at such a sensitive matter? We don't know. Now, there has been no response from the party yet, and let me tell you now that Pawan Khera's post, like I said, has been deleted. And viewers, the question is, was it an attempt to mislead the country? Because during the inter-ministerial briefing on the Gulf War today, the government told us that these two Indian-flagged vessels carrying LPG are actually on their way to India. They will be arriving at Kandla port and Mundra port, and they were allowed to cross the Strait of Hormuz this morning. Listen in to what he said.
जैसा मैंने कल बताया था, स्टेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज के वेस्ट में पर्शियन गल्फ में 24 भारतीय फ्लैग वेसल्स थे। उसमें से 2 वेसल शिवालिक और नंदा देवी, ये भारतीय इंडियन फ्लैग वेसल थे। शिवालिक और नंदा देवी ये एलपीजी कैरी करते हैं, एलपीजी कैरियर्स हैं। इन्होंने आज अर्ली मॉर्निंग, देर रात में अर्ली मॉर्निंग स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज क्रॉस किया सेफली और ये भारतवर्ष की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं। इनमें करीब 92,700 मेट्रिक टन एलपीजी है और इनका अराइवल पोर्ट मुंद्रा और कांडला होगा और इनकी एक्सपेक्टेड अराइवल डेट्स 16 मार्च और 17 मार्च होंगी क्रमानुसार।
And joining us on this debate is Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Nikhil Jain, who is a political analyst. Good evening to both of you. Nikhil Jain, to you first. Is the appetite for a political opportunity so overwhelming that the Congress leader is ready to chew and post out fake news?
First of all, Heena, I find it very interesting that when somebody from the BJP makes a factual error, it is an error, a mistake. Everybody can make a mistake. But the moment somebody from the Congress does it, it becomes peddling of fake news. You yourself have pointed out that the tweet has been deleted. So if there was indeed some factual inaccuracy in it, the individual concerned has taken the responsibility for it. He is not looking out to peddle fake news, unlike the very active spokesperson of the BJP, Shehzad Poonawala, who on your very channel at 8 p.m. yesterday, in a debate with Pranesh Roy, where I was also present, peddled the fake news that India does not have any LPG reserves because LPG is a fuel that is not stored. There are no reserves for LPG, which is completely in contravention to the fact, and also the Petroleum Ministry's own reports, which points out that India has a storage capacity of about 15 days. So when the BJP does it, it's very kosher, but when somebody from the Congress makes a mistake, it somehow becomes peddling of fake news. But what's more important, Tina, is that these two tankers together are carrying about 1 lakh metric tons of LPG. That is India's total daily consumption of LPG. How is it such a big victory? Just yesterday, the BJP and the entire BJP ecosystem ran this news that India has negotiated some sort of very special settlement and arrangement with our good friend, old friend, Iran, What
Okay.
arrangement are we talking about when there are 11 LPG tankers destined for India stuck in the Strait of Hormuz,
Okay.
but only supposedly 2 are being allowed?
Okay.
8 crude oil tankers, 11 LPG
Sanju
tankers, 3
Verma.
LNG tankers. That is
Sanju
a total
Verma,
of
please
22
respond.
ships
So the
stuck,
response
destined for India.
of those
Nothing the
supporting
government of India is
Congress tonight is that BJP also does it. What's wrong if we've done it? And we've deleted it after misleading the entire country at such a sensitive time.
I will speak, Heena, and I'm sure Nikhil will not interject because I heard him patiently. I do not wish to be heckled or I'm walking out.
Debate about Shehzad
Nikhil, we are discussing something new today. You are still stuck with what happened yesterday. Today, 24 hours later, you still want to discuss what happened yesterday. Probably you didn't get enough time in the debate. I'll request Pranesh to give you a little more time next time you go to his debate. But today, let's focus on something which is extremely important. Sanju Verma, please respond now.
Thank you, Heena, and I don't wish to be heckled. Now, let your audience hear this because I think they are the biggest stakeholders in your debates. Pawan Khera should have had the basic common sense that the United States of America uses piped natural gas. It does not use LPG. Point number 1. Point number 2, only off-grid houses, those that use outdoor cooking, they are the ones that use LPG in US. So US largely does not use LPG. So why would US even import LPG? The little LPG that the United States imports is from Canada and 1 or 2 European countries. The United States of America has never imported any form of gas from Qatar or Middle Eastern countries, but common sense and Pawan Khera do not go hand in hand. My simple point, Heena, is this.
Okay.
This whole fake news factory by Pawan Khera, Jairam Ramesh, Rahul Gandhi, Supriya Shrinev, this is not an isolated case. If you cannot, as an Indian, appreciate the fact that Shivalik and Nanda Devi crossed the Strait of Hormuz on the 14th of March, guided by Indian Navy, and will be reaching the ports of Mundra and Kandla respectively on the 16th and 17th of March, all I can say is that your hate for Narendra Modi is far higher than your love for your own country, India. Kal tak aap kehte the, let us see if Iran allows Indian oil tankers to cross the Strait of Hormuz. When that happens,
now, Nikhil, that's an important point because everybody agrees and accepts the fact that there is panic booking of cylinders that's underway. The government in the interministerial briefing also mentioned it today. But I want to ask you, is it fair to junk government's diplomatic efforts that can calm the situation down? I mean, why did the spokesperson of the principal opposition party in this country try to mislead the country by saying that the vessels that have managed to cross Strait of Hormuz are actually for America? They are not coming to India.
Why did the most active spokesperson of the ruling party of the world's largest democracy mislead and peddle fake news on your Veni channel yesterday? Can we first talk about that?
Can we stick to what we are discussing today? I mean, I don't understand why you only want to discuss what happened yesterday. I mean, we are discussing something else today. A very big development has taken place. Let's simply ask the question again. Were the 2 ships heading towards India or Jackson's? No, you tell me that first.
Where the 2 ships were heading is not relevant at the moment.
Sanju, if that's not relevant, then why were questions being raised on these 2 ships when they actually crossed the Strait of Hormuz?
We are facing an LPG crisis, but they are not willing to admit it. Have Sanju Verma admit that we are facing an LPG crisis.
Nikhil, anyways, you know, if you do not have an answer for what we are discussing today, it's absolutely fine. But let's not try and revisit what you did yesterday. Sanju, please come in quickly.
Thank you. Yes. You know, I just want to answer Nikhil, and Nikhil, please don't heckle. I heard you patiently.
And very quickly, please.
Yes, please, let me start. I heard you, Heena. Today, India has 250 million barrels of crude reserves. Our refining capacity is 258 MMTPA. None of the 25,000 LPG distribution outlets have run dry. None of the 100,000 fuel stations have run dry. During the Congress, Manmohan Singh said पैसे पेड़ पर थोड़ी उगते हैं. We raised LPG prices by 7%. Globally, Saudi contract
Okay.
prices are up 42%.
Okay.
Brent crude is up 69%. And LNG prices are up in spot market in Asia by 160%.
Okay.
And my final point, Heena, under the Congress, our strategic petroleum reserves was zero. Today, our strategic petroleum reserves are 53 million tons.
Okay.
And yes, during the 2012 petroleum
All
crisis
right.
in India, when US imposed sanctions against Iran,
All right.
our buffer stock was zero.
All
Today,
right.
our buffer stock
All
is
right. We'll
8
leave it
weeks.
there. We'll leave it there. I'm completely out of time, but we'll still wait for an official response from the Congress party on what happened earlier today. And so far, we haven't really got that. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us here on Debate Number 2. Heading into a short.
The News Hour, Special Edition.